Now, I've had a lot of people asking me to upload a video to my channel of how I fitted this skylight to Rebecca's van, despite there already being a video on Rebecca's channel. So if you're one of those people that want to see how I fitted this skylight to Rebecca's full transit custom, then this video is just for you. This is a template for Rebecca's roof skylight. We've cut it out of the box. And just in case you're wondering how I managed to cut this template out in such a nice fashion, well, it's quite simple really. It's marked on the box. So that rib has definitely got to come out. Although it would maybe fit between them, but you want it back here, don't you, really?
I want it over the bed central, yeah.
Yeah, and plus it gives you all that room for solar panels. So that's quite a lot of room then you're going to have for solar panels, because look, that's...
It's a little bit further over than I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a lot further back. So yeah, I reckon you'll get...
You might even get three.
You may get a 300 watt panel on there. Well, anyway, I think that rib is going to have to go, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then we'll have it around about there.
So that's what the template looks like on the outside.
Yeah.
It's absolutely huge. I think we should fit this before we buy any solar panels.
That's what I keep saying to you. I'll tell you what, why don't we fit the skylight before we buy the solar panels? I'm just looking at how the roof lies to try and figure out, if we want the skylight to be back as far as possible. So I'm just trying to visualise where it's going to go. Right, finally got my head around it. So finally got my brain around it. What I've done, I've found the centre line of the template, draw a line down there. Found the centre of the roof. This is our batten that we're going to be using. So I've marked away from the rib enough room for the batten. So by using the centre line on the template and holding it up to the roof, up to that's where the cross marks the spot, and using these other two lines as well, so I'm about to drill a hole in the roof of a brand spanking new van. To say I'm nervous would be an understatement, but Becky seems to have lots of faith in me, so I should have some faith in myself as well. Wish me luck. Right.
Everybody, fingers crossed.
I've got to get this exactly in the middle.
It's a bit blunt, that.
Oh yeah, I found one. Don't panic. I've got one. It should help. There you go, much easier when you use the right bit. This hole represents the centre of the roof, and it's also been measured very meticulously from the distance of this rib. That's why I'm drilling from inside up and not from outside down, because it's all about the rib, this rib here, because we want the skylight to be as far back as possible, so you've got much room in front of it as possible for the solar panel. Hold the phone instead of fault. Maybe it'd be better to drill a hole up there.
Bit dangerous when Mel starts thinking.
Yeah. So we've got...
Oh!
It's going to go its own, I think.
Careful.
Oh god, I'm just going to let that hang.
Yeah, alright.
Nothing underneath it, is there?
No, you're alright.
There you go.
Just mind you don't cut yourself on the edge.
It's only your roof, love. It's a fucking big one as well.
I think I've changed my mind.
Right, let's get it done before it starts to rain.
Yeah.
So to seal the roof, we're using my favourite Mastic Sealing Strip. I always use this. I've never had a problem with it, ever. Never had a leak. So I don't use Sikaflex or anything like that. I just like to use this stuff. I've always used it, like I say, and never had a drama. God, look at that sky behind me, isn't it beautiful? just filling up the gap like this. Let's see, bridging that gap, building it up.
Red sky at night, isn't it?
Shepherd's delight. I'm going to go round twice so it's nice and thick, so when we clamp the skylight on, it all oozes out and we know it ain't going to leak. And as I go, I'm peeling this one off. Knife's going blunt. About there, I think. That's the join there. Sit nice and even. Sit. Smile. There we go, look how easy this stuff is to use. Brilliant.
So we're going to get this bad boy in now. We're going to do the hinges, this leading edge.
Is that right? Yeah, so it goes like that.
Yeah. So there's the hinges, yeah?
Okay, don't let it touch the tape.
Okay. I'm letting you lead.
So I'll go down first, and you go down first.
I want you to do...
Oh no, up, just joined up, that's it. Up, now down. That's it, now down. That's it, that way. It's all yours. It fits.
Doesn't even say.
Oh, it's long lines, love. Hold that up there, please. I think you got to put one in there, one in there. That's it. Hold it there. Don't move.
So that's a wrap. Mel has finished. All he's done is tighten up all of these brackets here and squished the wooden frame to this frame, and then we've got the internal frame to go on, and we'll do that tomorrow, won't we? Because look, it's dark.
I'm just going to go up on the roof and check.
Do you want to take people with you? Will they be able to see?
I'll have a look in the morning.
Okay.
So here we are. This is what the skylight looks like from up above. As you can see, the mastic sealing strip that I fitted quite liberally, I actually used 3 layers of this. Turned out it was a little bit too much of an overkill. I guess the good thing is we know it will never actually leak, but because I put 3 layers on it, it meant that when it squished out, it actually touched this lip of the skylight. So that's why this bit of tape is on here, just waiting for the mastic sealing strip to cure off, because it was actually sticking to this and stopping us from opening the lid. A little bit of a overkill, which wasn't really necessary. So if you're going to do this, I'd highly recommend only using 2 layers of mastic sealing strip. That's really all you need. The 3rd layer really wasn't necessary, but hey, we live and learn. And as you can see, it has actually been raining, and I'm pleased to say there are no leaks. Now, a lot of people asked on Rebecca's video to show how this is actually fitted in place, what holds it on the roof. So let's take a more detailed look at what actually holds this in place and how it is actually clamped down onto the roof without having to drill any extra holes in the roof. A really clever system, and I think you may find this interesting. So let's jump inside the van and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Rightio, so here we are inside Rebecca's van, and like I say, the system for fitting these skylights and holding them in place is really quite ingenious. These plastic brackets, I'll see if I can get you in a little bit closer, you can see that that's all that holds it in. There's no extra drilling in the roof of the van. These screws simply screw in to this L bracket, and that kind of acts like a G clamp. It clamps down onto this timber frame, and it pulls the skylight down onto the roof. So the tighter you do these screws up, the more of that G clamp type action comes down and squishes that sealing strip that's on the other side of the roof. And that's why there's so much of that sealing strip actually squished out, because like I say, it is pretty much like a big G clamp, and it clamps the skylight down onto the top of the roof without having to drill any extra holes in the roof. And I really like that system. It works really well. And there are actually 5 of these L clamps along the leading edge of the skylight, and then there's another 3 going down the side, and obviously again another 5 along the rear edge. So all in all, there's plenty of those clamps clamping that skylight down to the roof, ensuring that it doesn't leak. Now I know this doesn't look very pretty, but that's because it's not actually finished yet. There is an outer trimming frame that goes around the skylight, but we're not going to put that in place until we've finished building out the ceiling. We need to insulate it, lay the ceiling, put the ceiling up, and then the outer frame goes onto these brackets as well. You can see these little spare holes here, and that is where the outer frame screws into these L brackets as well. So they're quite multifunctional, these L brackets. But to see the final end result, you're going to have to go over to Rebecca's channel, where she is documenting this entire van build. I'll leave a link to her channel down here. And I do hope you found this video mildly entertaining, slightly informative, and if you did, then please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more great content like this. And if you enjoyed watching this video, I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy watching this video just as much. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.